views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Open, the one and only show bringing the best of the Bronx, New York, and the world straight to you. I'm Reina Valentin, your host in Café con Leche, and we have a jam-packed show today highlighting all the avenues of arts, and here's a taste of what you can expect. However, we have a live studio audience today. We would like to thank the High School of Computers and Technology for joining us today in the studio. And leading off the show in our open weekend preview, we'll highlight events for the health of your body and soul. And then we'll hear from the cast and crew of the web series Becoming Ricardo. And then we'll be joined by the cast of Rough Magic, a play that recently started its run at Hostos Community College. And after that, preview the Fordham Summer movie series kicking off at the end of this month. And the Sports Roundup with Bobby C will feature a tribute to the tragic events that took place in Boston this week. And we'll close the show with a five-borough story and an ode to the Bronx. So stay tuned. All that is coming your way because now we are officially open. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Open. Reina Valentin here, and it is time to see what there is to do around the city. It is now time for our Open Weekend Preview. First up, oral cavity cancer screening. It's not the most glamorous thing, but it could save your health. That's right. Cancers that arise in the head or neck region are the sixth most common form of cancer. And Montefiore is providing a free public screening on Friday, April 19th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Einstein Center for Cancer Care, which is located at 1521 Jarrett in the Bronx, of course. And for more information, you can call 718-920-8488. Next, the Bronx Arts Ensemble presents Jack and the Beanstalk, a new twist on the exciting adventures of Jack and his magic beans. This play is appropriate for ages 3 and up, and that's happening on Sunday, April 21st at 1 p.m. and at 3 p.m. That's at the Whitehall Club Ballroom, located at 333 Henry Hudson Parkway between 232nd Street and 235th Streets in the Bronx. For ticket information, you can visit bronxensemble.org or you can call them at 718-601-7399. And it's the display. La Mimosa presents this celebration on Saturday, April 27th, and that will be happening at 211 West 148th Street, Suite G3, and that is in New York City. That's the display. All right, and well, finally, we'd like to announce Earth Fest, which is happening Sunday, April 21st at noon at Pelham Bay Park. And you can check out more information by going to nyc.gov/parks for more on that. And that's what we have for you. So, yeah, make sure you get out and enjoy. It looks like the spring is finally here. And of course, we want to remind you to share with us. We are social and we're on all the social networks. So, make sure you hit us up at Facebook by, just liking us. And that's Facebook.com/open BronxNet Television. And on Twitter, we're at BronxNet TV, and that's with 2 T's. And, you can just write to us directly by sending us an email to open@bronxnet.org. And we are hanging out nowadays on Google Plus. That's the new hangout. So make sure you check us out there as well. And of course, if you're joining us live, you can just give us a call, like right now, by dialing 718-960-7241. All right, people, we have got to take a break, but when we come back, we're actually gonna hit it off and have some fitness conversation with our lovely guest, Animated Gail. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Today's healthy habit to form: snack on healthy foods, less junk food and sweets. My latest discovery: yogurt with granola.
Hi, I'm Darren Jaime, the host of Open on Wednesdays, and we invite you to join us as we explore in the world of news, politics, and current events every Wednesday at 10 a.m. here on Open.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone. But you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
Welcome back to Open. And well, Shakespeare, we're going to go into Shakespeare before we speak to Gail. I know I said we were going to talk to Gail when we come back, but we're going to get a little, classical, well, kind of. So Shakespeare, The Tempest, is one of the most fantastical works from the master himself. But Hostos Community College has actually breathed new life into a very old play with rough magic, a modern New York set version. And on set with us right now, we have cast members Juan Escobar, Lynn Robinson, George Alvarenga, and Maria Vasallo. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right. So let's begin with just a little history on Tempest, because this show is actually a modern version of Tempest. And for those who may not have ever read or seen the play Tempest, who would like to share?
I'll do. I'm Lynn.
Hi.
The Tempest is one of Shakespeare's most in-depth and very complex works, but not as talked about as, you know, the other stuff as Romeo and Juliet, The Twelfth Night, things of that nature. But The Tempest talks about a de facto former Italian duke by the name of Prospero. And he is cast away from his dukeship. He loses his title. They take it from him, and the whole part of Tempest is him working to get his title, his land back, and he uses his magic and the help of his spirit, his fairy, played by Ariel, to get his title back and get his land back. That's a brief synopsis.
Right. So, so we sum it up, right? So we have this classical piece, and you guys actually are cast in like this more urban, modern, up-to-date version of it.
Yeah.
But it's all about like, you know, territory and witches. We love that.
Who doesn't?
And you play the witch.
I do.
I mean, I don't know if that's the term you guys are
witch.
using. Yes, the
good
good
witch.
witch. All right. So you want to share a little bit about?
Sure. Well, Rough Magic is about transplanting the Shakespeare's Tempest into the modern day New York. And it's action adventure. It's somewhat like the X-Men or Harry Potter. Prospero, the character in The Tempest, is in search for his magical book. And he will do whatever it takes, even if it means destruction of Manhattan, to get his book back. Thank goodness we have some heroes in New York that stop him from doing this.
So I see that some of the names are kept the same as
Some of the names are kept the
like
same.
Prospero,
Ariel.
and Ariel. I'm
Caliban.
doing it with this because you know it really takes place in Italy, you know, back in like in the 1500s. But what year are we in now?
Modern day New York.
Yeah, modern day New York,
2013 New
2000.
York. Yeah.
Okay, and you play the role of
Ariel, Prospero's son.
Prospero's son.
And I'll do anything to get the book. I'm his puppet, as you can say.
I see. And you are?
I'm Caliban. I'm
Caliban.
Prospero's son in this play, but in the other play, I'm basically his minions, or basically the person that takes care of the island that was first there, and then Prospero came and took the island from me. So basically, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa's version of Caliban is far different than the one that Shakespeare had.
Okay, so what is the difference?
The difference is that the Caliban in The Tempest was basically described as reptilian, fish-like, and then this one is described as hunky, muscular, but yeah.
Oh.
That's what the play says. That's what the play says, so I try to play to the character.
I love it. So you guys opened already?
No, we open April 25th.
Nice.
Yes, so
all right.
we're going to be in tech rehearsals and dress rehearsals next week, so we're getting excited.
Very nice.
The really great thing is we'll be doing 7 shows at Hostos Community College, located in the Bronx, a little lower down. But our shows in Hostos will really be our previews for a bigger event, which we will be doing in August. We'll be doing what's known as the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh, Scotland. The Fringe Festival is the International Theatre Film Festival, and we'll be a part of the collegiate circuit of it. So we will be competing with schools across the globe, putting on productions, showing our version of Rough Magic against other places all around the world in Edinburgh in August. So we will be the only New York City school there representing art and talent and beautifulness in Scotland.
That's awesome. How does that feel to be like traveling to Europe to perform as an actor?
Oh, it's exciting. And we also have to thank our wonderful, wonderful, talented director, Angel Morales, for putting this together and casting us, right, in the show and going to Scotland. You know, this is like a one-time in a lifetime thing.
So
right?
just
We're all
out of
excited.
curiosity, what schools do you go to? Are you all on the
We're
Hostos?
all
Yeah, we're all
Wow,
Hostos.
that's so cool. So this is a Hostos production.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a
So it's
Hostos.
not just it's being performed at
No,
Hostos.
no, we're all students.
We are all actual
students.
students at Hostos with different disciplines. We're all not theater students, but we all found a love for this work in the play, and we've all come together to put on this. It's kind of it's a labor of love at this point because we've been working at this for so long.
How long have you been working on it?
Beginning of the semester, but since
Wow.
last year.
I would
Since last year?
honestly, since about September.
Nice. All right. So once again, it opens April 25th, right? You've got how many days of running? 7 days?
7 days in Hostos,
Se-
and then in August we will be doing the Edinburgh Theatre Festival.
Oh, he has to remind us. Of Scotland.
Fringe Festival.
And so, what time is the play screening?
Well, the first one's at 7 p.m.
7
and
p.m.
At the 25th. The 26th is at 7 p.m. also. And
Okay.
then May 1st is at,
2 o'clock.
yeah.
May 3rd is at 7.
May 2nd is at 7.
We're just worried about
So
opening
it's
night,
actually,
the first
so
night.
you're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
We're doing Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Thursday, Friday. May 9th and then May 10th at Thursday and Friday.
So what do you hope people from our generation leave with, having this classic done in a modern version?
Well, I hope that they're captivated by the way that the playwright put all the characters together, but more that he basically released the characters from the way that we perceive those characters to be, like Caliban, Ariel, and even to Tiffany, another character, the way that they perceive them. So basically the perception that we have of characters and just be introduced in a new light, basically.
Thank you all for being here with us
Thank
today.
you for having
And
us.
good luck with your run of
Thank
Rough
you.
Magic.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
love the title. All right, for more information and tickets, you can check out hostos.cuny.edu/culturearts. We'll be right back with the summer movie series at Fordham Plaza. Don't go anywhere.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
What has lasted 5,000 years was once almost lost. Now, the world awaits the divine culture's return. Shen Yun.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
There is also a very attractive extended warranty option that includes free service and parts for the next 5 years. But there's no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test you needed at the doctor that would have detected disease early enough where it could have been treated. So you won't be around in 2 years to see him grow up, which means the warranty would be useless. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Hello, welcome back to Open. Rina Valentin here, and the summer's almost here. Well, not quite, but you know, we're almost there, right? The spring has arrived finally, and well, the summer months are always filled with action-packed blockbusters, right? But check this out. You always have to sit in the dark theaters, right, to enjoy them, but then you miss the summery weather outside. So guess what? The Fordham Bid has come up with a solution. We welcome Daniel Bernstein and Wilma Alonso to tell us some more. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Rena.
Thank you for having us.
Good seeing you.
Thank you for being here.
As usual.
And thank you for coming up with this wonderful concept. Just share with us a little bit about the Fordham Bid before we share the lovely festivities that you actually developed for our fabulous shoppers.
Sure. We are very busy on Fordham Road. As you know, we just recently got a new store. TJ Maxx is on Fordham Road now. And we have other, like a big box store that is coming, so stay tuned. But I think this will be a very important summer session for us. We're going to have a lot of outdoor events as usual. We're sparkling the heart of Fordham that you always
Are
like
you guys, I love.
our madrina.
Yeah, oh, I love that. I love that.
Our madrina.
I enjoy doing it with the kids. Thank you.
But for the summer, you know, it's like we have the Fordham Fever Fridays that happen every Fridays of every month from May to October. So we now have themes. We're going to close a street. So we have grown so fast, and last year we have like 1,000 people that attended. So it's like is very good for Fordham Road. And then we come up with this proposal, and it was we got awarded with the Bid Challenge Award. It was a grant that was made available to all bids in New York City, and it was very competitive. It was 35 proposals that were submitted, 7 were selected, and 3 got in the Bronx. So we are one of those.
Congratulations!
Thank
We
you.
love that.
Awesome.
We love that.
Awesome.
So we are very happy, and I think that this is being something that we have been working. I think it's the first time that it's going to be a movie viewing on Fordham Road on a commercial district with such a heavy pedestrian traffic. So we want them to really kick it off and start bringing people their chairs, their blanket, and enjoy the day.
And of course, it's a family affair, right, Daniel? Right? You're a family man. Aside from being, with the Fordham Bid, I know you're a family man.
It's a complete family affair. We want the families in the Bronx to come out and enjoy this. We've chosen some great movies. We kick it off on Friday, April 26th with The Amazing Spider-Man. And then we have another one followed on Friday, June 28th, actually Despicable Me. And then Saturday, July 27th, which is Megamind. And then the last one will be Friday, September 6th, and you can actually go online to our Facebook and you vote. There's going to be 3 choices for people to pick, all family-friendly movies for people to come out and enjoy it. So you pick the movie.
Very
for
cool.
September 6th. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a very cool concept.
Yeah.
So who picked the movies prior to September? Who was
It was us. It was the staff. I mean, I think we put a couple of feelers out on Facebook and Twitter just to see what people wanted to see. But we kind of narrowed it down to what was available for the public to watch, because a lot of these things have to do with movie licensing and things like that. But these were, these are very popular outdoor movies, so we figured they'd do well.
So where exactly is this going to be happening?
Fordham Plaza, which is actually, it's technically at 189th Street at 3rd and Park Avenue. There's a big outdoor, kind of like a flea market there currently. It's right next to the Metro-North station on Fordham Road, right in the back of it. So it's on technically East Fordham Road between Webster and 3rd Avenue to the back.
It's really cool. It's a cool plaza, especially if you're going to have people bringing their chairs
and blankets.
And blankets, yeah.
And one thing I do want to mention is that this is actually part of a larger effort. We're technically looking to expand our boundaries, which would include that area in the future. So this is part of that. We want to show the people what we can do when the bid was in this actual area. So this is an event that we want to take a plaza that's kind of underutilized and turn it into more of a great public space for people to come and do great things.
And it's important to say that site is going to be under reconstruction pretty soon. It will be to die for.
When it's done.
When it's done. So we are going through the painful, having some sort of construction adjacent to the site. But I think it's like this is the positive aspect so people can understand that this kind of activities will happen when we undertake the plaza.
Okay, so explain to everybody exactly what the bid does so that they're aware of what this transition means.
Sure. The Fordham Road bid represent all the businesses on Fordham Road. We have currently 300. So we get funded through bid tax assessment that they get paid by the property owners. So people can understand, property owners agree to pay additional taxes on their property. The city collect them, and we have our budget. And of course, they manage that part. We have a board of directors formed by property owners and merchants, and we have the community boards and representation from local elected officials. So we don't take the money and go to Hawaii.
Right.
But
which we really want to do, but we just don't. But we don't have a chance. So what we do is movies instead. We do movies instead.
Like the city says.
Yes.
So in reality, what we want is like we use that money to really promote Fordham Road as a shopping destination, but we are very well known and situated in terms of people knowing that they can come to Fordham to shop. But we have a business retention and attraction. We have marketing campaigns, outdoor campaigns. We do events, outdoor events. We do sanitation services. We have capital improvement projects. So it's like a whole set of things that people don't realize that are available to them. But it's like all the transformation on Fordham Road has been happening not as an accident. It's something that has been well taken care of, and we have a strong vision, and we're moving forward with it.
You are, and we applaud you for all the work that you've done so far.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your help.
It is my pleasure. I mean, especially because it's family oriented, and Fordham Road is the place to shop.
It's the place to shop in the Bronx, the largest shopping district in the Bronx. third largest in New York City in terms of the retail component and the foot traffic.
And now it's the place to go watch movies, all right?
Exactly.
Free summer
Awesome.
movie series at Fordham
forget,
Plaza,
don't
people.
forget.
Come,
That's
free
right.
movies.
April 26th. April 26th. And for more information on the movies being shown and future summer events, you can go to FordhamBid.org.
Fordham Road Bid.
FordhamRoadBid.org.
Perfect.
FordhamRoadBid.org. Forgive
you.
me. And
That's fine.
we do have to take a quick break. Thank you.
Thank you for
being
having me,
here,
Rena,
Daniel,
as usual.
Wilma, and guess who's going to be with us later? Gail. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Mom, I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job and...
Son, college is much more important.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom.
Yes.
Anyways, it's my decision.
Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up with that, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers. First pitch is out.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I'm New York City Comptroller John Liu. You're watching Open with Dr. Bob Lee and DJ Cool Clyde.
Nice. Thank you. Nice. Nice. Thank you. High School of Computer and Technology here in the studio with us. And welcome back. And thank you for staying with us. Woo. And well, we're actually going to be joined by our friend and Bronx native, Gail. She's going to be back on set to talk more about some upcoming fitness activities in the Bronx. Hello, Gail. Are you here? I'm great. I'm just waiting to... Oh, there you are. Well, there I am. Can you hear me?
Hi.
I was just wondering, were you listening in when I did the open weekend preview earlier?
I was listening. I'm always listening, Rena.
So, you know, just share a little bit about your thoughts on the cancer screening and, you know, and just the importance. I mean, we're talking fitness today, right? And we're talking health. We're talking wellness.
We're definitely talking
you
about
know,
all that, yeah.
Cancer screening is actually something that is pretty much crucial because, you know, it's a timing factor.
Oh, absolutely. It's very important to get screened as you get older. When you're younger, cancer is a big problem in our society, and it's also something that you can do. You can take charge and go to the doctor and get screened. And there's also things that you can do in your life to prevent cancer.
Yes, and it all starts with making sure that you check yourself out.
Oh, absolutely. And it's also, I was reading the American Cancer Society's statistics, and they were talking about how a healthy lifestyle can help lower your risk factors for cancer.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Obesity and being overweight contribute to risk factors for cancer, and it's important to lead a healthy lifestyle.
Yes, and that's what we are doing, and that's what we are advocating. And, you know, of course, it starts with your eating habits, but definitely, you know, getting yourself checked out is part of the process because you got to make sure that everything's functioning properly in order to, you know, transform your whole being. And with that said, you know, I'm on this whole, obviously, Rena Gets Lean campaign, and I've done all these different methods of training, and one of the things that is really important in training is cardiovascular, right? And so now that the nice weather's coming, it's all about being in the park and like either getting your walk on or your jog on. And we've got some great runs coming up here in the Bronx.
Oh, we sure do. I noticed that tomorrow they're doing a tribute loop for Boston in Central Park at 8 a.m.
Yeah, so are you getting down with that?
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that one particularly, but I'm definitely going to be down for the BCC 35th Annual Hall of Fame 10K. That's in May.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice one. I mean, I hear that one's kind of tough at the end. You know, you walk going up that hill.
Going up that hill. Oh my goodness.
So you know, because you're a fitness instructor, and you know, there's all these different variations of working out. Like, how important is it to stretch before you jog?
You know, there are conflicting reports and ideas about that. Me personally, I think it's a great idea to warm up before you stretch. So if you know that you're going to go do a run, you should probably walk or do a light jog first, maybe do some jumping jacks to get your muscles warmed and acclimated to the idea that you're going to start exercising. And then you're going to want to stretch them out just a little, not too much. Some people really like static stretching, which means you just hold a position for a certain amount of time. Other people advocate dynamic stretching, which means you're moving, you're always on the go. If some people also advocate ballistic stretching, but that could be really bad for your tendons and ligaments, so that's probably not the best way to go. Nothing too strenuous, just to get your body in the idea that you're gonna get moving.
So how long would you consider the warm-up?
I would say you'd probably, if you're going to be running, let's say a 5K, you're going to want to do maybe a 5-minute warm-up. 10 is a little excessive.
And of course, but the stretching should come afterwards, right?
You should also stretch after. You should do a before and after, because when you stop exercising, there's all this blood flowing through your body and you can get blood pooling, and you don't want that to happen. You want to cool your body down. You don't just want to stop.
Right.
So the whole point is you're going to be run. You're going to slow down. You're going to walk it off a little bit. And once you've walked it off, then you can stretch and make sure that your muscles don't tighten up and get those cramps from lactic acid just building up in there.
You know, thank you so much for sharing all of that, you know, because I'm really, I'm getting down with the jogging now, and I'm doing a gradual progress. I do intervals, you know, walk, jog, and so forth. I mean, I am trying to see if I can make that Run the Bronx on Saturday, May 4th. So I don't know, maybe you and I should go back and forth and you can continue giving me some tips, because I'm a little scared, but I kind of got to break through it, you know?
You know, I'm always here for you, Rena. Anytime you want to talk to me, just tweet me at Gail_BronxNet, and I will answer all your questions.
Woo! You look like you getting tired, sister. All right, thank you, Gail. Woo! Thank you. All right, she just showed us her yoga position. She is flexible. Did you see that? All right, well, she's going to be joining us next week, hopefully, when she gets out of that position. And we do have to take a quick break, but, well, after this, we'll be talking with the cast of Becoming Ricardo right here on Open. Don't go anywhere.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Did you find the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes. The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
When Yesenia Cruz can't find acting work, she comes up with a brilliant idea to disguise herself as a man and finds herself the star of a hit crime show. Or so is the premise of a web series Becoming Ricardo. Please welcome to the studio Yesenia Cruz, Sofia Ruiza, Tony Clomax, and assistant director. Well, actually, we said assistant director. We have Yesenia, Tony, Jenny, and Sophia. Yes. Hello. Hi. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. We got the whole crew and cast here?
Yes.
Is it a one man, one woman, I should say, or one whatever type of web series?
No, it's a whole cast full of people. It's really an ensemble thing. I just happen to play 2 people on it.
Nice. So just so that our viewers are familiar with it, we've had Yesenia on the show before with a comedy troupe, and they've actually done some skits here with us, and it's really exciting to see you actually branch out into doing a web series. So congratulations on that, and congratulations to all of you because it's really a challenge to do that type of production.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, it is.
So you're the assistant director?
No,
You're
that's
the
me.
assistant director,
Yes.
And you're the director.
No.
That's Tony. Tony's the director, and you are.
We're all jumbled up.
Nice. Okay. Make sure. I want to make sure I got everybody right here. I'm like, okay. All right, because everything's becoming Ricardo. So, who wants to share this process? I know that you wrote it as well.
Yes, I wrote the first episode. The rest of the season is written by myself and Jenny. And so basically it just came from an idea from a character that I've played for about 4 years, and a lot of people have been asking me, oh, you should make a show about him, you should make a show. And I was all for it. I just didn't want to just play a man in a show. So I said, you know what, I want to somehow incorporate myself as a girl into the show. And so that's how the whole idea of the double life kind of show happened.
And so, may I ask who you play on the show?
Sure. I kind of play her wing woman throughout everything.
Yes.
So she has a second character, her Ricardo character.
Right.
And my character, her name is Sonia, literally helps her become Ricardo. So, for the prosthetic beards and the 5 o'clock shadows and the faux hawk that Ricardo loves to wear. And she's an aspiring makeup artist, so she kind of goes and uses Yesenia as her guinea pig.
Yes.
She's
like my crazy cousin, and what we've kind of established our relationship as is like based on the Lucy and Ethel type of feel.
Nice.
Where they were always getting into trouble, but they were always getting into trouble together.
Right.
So that's pretty much what we do on the show.
That's hot. That's hot. So Tony, how has it been working this style of directing?
Well, I mean, I've been directing web series for 4 years now. So one of the things we wanted to do is shoot it as a TV show, but at that fast pace, but the quality of film. Right. So we wanted to have a cinematic look, and so we're going to go with a 2-camera setup.
Nice.
And it's crazy.
All right. So how many episodes you plan on shooting?
We're going to shoot 10 episodes.
Nice.
We have a pilot now.
We have 9 more coming.
Well,
we have the pilot.
Right. We have the pilot.
And
So it's going to be a
9 more,
total of 10 episodes for season 1.
Okay. And how long is each episode?
We're about 12 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, 12 to 15, because we want them to be ready almost for TV. I mean, some of them will have to make a little bit longer, of course, but we want to be ready.
Broadcast quality.
Nice,
That's the key.
nice. We wish you the best in that too. So you, Jenny, right?
Yes, Jenny.
So you are the actual wing lady.
Yeah, I'm the actual.
Right?
Yeah,
I got that.
Yeah.
And you seem to be on the side, co-writing and assistant director. So what has this been for you? What does it mean to you?
Well, it's definitely an experience. I've never done anything like this before, but I mean, Yesenia is my best friend, so to be able to work with her in that respect is so much fun. I mean, we spend 12-hour days sometimes writing the scripts, and it's kind of like we live and breathe this show. So to be able to feel that way about this is really fantastic.
So how long has this process taken?
Well, we shot the pilot last year, the beginning of the year, and then we started writing the rest of the episodes. So it's taken us about a year because I want it to be right. I know everybody's waiting. I get emails all the time. When's the next one?
Yeah, we're also building an audience too. So that's trying to get attention and all that stuff. So we were spending the year really marketing the show.
So we're actually looking at a scene right now.
Oh, awesome!
Oh, that's the trailer. That's me.
As Ricardo.
As Ricardo.
So tell us a little bit
look
about
like
Ricardo.
My father.
Getting
cursed
out. Tell us a little bit about Ricardo.
Ricardo's a macho man. He's really cool.
He's
that was a guy I actually would want to be him.
Really?
Yeah. No. He's like a ladies' man, but he doesn't really want to be because it's a woman.
Right.
It's just that the ladies love him. It's funny because I'll get messages from fans and they're like, I think he's super sexy, like girls, and I'm like, thank you.
That's awkward.
That's not me as it should be.
Delete. No.
Ladies love Ricardo.
But he's fun. He's very macho, and I got him from all the men in my family. He's just like a collaboration of every single one of them. They're very Puerto Rican, Latino, very strong. Don't mess with me. You know what I mean? But very
Rico
wise.
Suave. Yeah,
Yes.
but very Rico Suave.
Yes,
right?
very
We always gotta call him
wise.
Rico Suave.
Yes, he's quick to set you straight and stuff. So that's him.
All right, so before we go, you want to share what your next steps are and where people can actually view this trailer?
Yes, you can go to becomingricardo.com. And that's where you'll find everything. That's like the grand central of the show. But we're also on Facebook, Becoming Ricardo TV. And we're on Twitter, Becoming Ricardo. Everything's
And
Becoming
Instagram.
Ricardo.
Right, as it was at the top of the show.
Yeah,
Everybody was
Becoming Ricardo.
Subscribe. It's very important that people subscribe.
On YouTube,
Okay,
We're trying to do a build our audience grassroots way.
And share it. Put it on your Facebook pages.
Yeah,
blast it.
share it. We're definitely looking for, we're looking to market the show to other people, which we have been, to networks and things.
Right.
So you know how it is. It's all about numbers and popularity contests.
Of course, that's
you know?
how it is.
And we're still looking for sponsors.
We're still looking for sponsors.
All right, well, good luck with that.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to
Thank
all of
you.
you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And for
Thank you.
more on Becoming Ricardo, you can check out the hilarious trailer by going to becomingricardo.com and subscribe to them on YouTube. All right? We'll be right back after this with a new take. No, we're actually going to go to sports with Bobby C. That's right. It's it's time for our sports roundup. Don't go anywhere.
Tuesday night's message on the baseball diamond was loud and clear. The New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox may be enemies between the lines, but when it comes to the game of life, the two foes are brothers in arms against real threats, like those responsible for the spineless bombings during Monday's Boston Marathon. The act of terrorism, which is still being investigated, has already taken the lives of 3, including an 8-year-old boy, and also injured more than 175 people, many of which are still in critical condition. With the Yankees opening a 3-game set against the Arizona Diamondbacks, America's pastime once again rallied around tragedy, like it has so many times before, to provide an outlet for those coping and mourning. The Diamond became a place for those to gather and pay their respects to those lost and for those fighting for their lives. To honor Boston, the Yankees played the Fenway Park traditional song, Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline, following the 3rd inning. Prior to the game, the Yankees held a moment of silence to honor the victims of the explosion.
Obviously, everybody knows about the Yankee-Red Sox rivalry, and but that comes sort of second. It's just a sad deal, and for them to play Sweet Caroline in the 3rd and have this moment of silence early, just kind of puts in perspective what life's all about.
Like Ross, Kevin Youkilis played in Boston prior to joining his new club this year. The new Yankee third baseman said he got chills listening to Sweet Caroline.
Fans were into it, and it was cool. I thought it was very special and a very great tribute to an organization that is a rivalry, but in the grand scheme of life, it means nothing.
Yeah, the game of life's a lot more serious than the rivalry that we have on the field, and just to know
that we can take 3 hours out of our day and hopefully, make some smiles and let people forget about things. And, we're behind each other no matter where it's at. And, people lost lives and family members were hurt. And, that's way more important than any baseball game. And, like I said, we have a chance to put smiles on faces in times of tragedy. And, that's a cool thing about this game.
Teams across Major League Baseball have picked up the Yankee salute to Boston, and many have honored the city with the playing of Sweet Caroline in honor of those lost Monday. More details continue to emerge in the bombings. The city of Boston has tried to slowly and surely pick up the pieces and move forward. After a brief stop in the action, the games in Boston have resumed, starting with the Boston Bruins and the return of the Boston Celtics, who will host the New York Knicks next week in the first round of the playoffs. Perhaps the most touching moment from the sports world came from Wednesday night's Bruins game in Boston, where national anthem singer Renee Rancourt got choked up and couldn't finish the anthem. But the fans united, belted it out, and helped the legendary singer finish the song. Back here in the Bronx, the games go on as well. The Pinstripers kept rolling on Wednesday night. ACC Sabathia improved to 3-1, and the team's 4-3 victory. We go inside the locker room for more with the Yankees.
It was very exciting. We're just happy to contribute. Up and down the lineup, guys. That seventh inning, a bunch of good at bats up and down the lineup. We're able to tie the game up. CC threw the ball great, so it was a good win. It's moments like this that are really special, and you remember for a long time.
It was a great at bat, and that inning was set up by the inning before. Some guys grinding out at bat, some key walks, and big hit by Gardy, and Nixie working a walk, and Nooney working a walk, so they set it up for half.
You always want to try to keep it as close as possible. Give these guys a chance to swing the bat, and ended up paying off.
Everyone's different. And, he throws a lot of strikes, so it's like, do you want to be aggressive or do you want to try to be patient and get him out of the game? And I think you just got to kind of take what he gives you. And we were patient at times and aggressive at times. We got a few runs, but weren't able to tack on. And he did a good job, obviously, to his credit, to come back after scoring some runs early.
I think it was just battling. Certainly stuck with the game plan. Changeup wasn't working early. Fastball command was off, but we stuck with it and, was able to battle through and get a win.
The Yankees tied it up in the ninth on Thursday night, courtesy of a Francisco Cervelli home run, but David Phelps and the Bombers would surrender 4 in the 12th, dropping the final game of the home series 6-2 in extras. Despite the minor setback, the Yankees have won 7 of their last 9 and are off to Toronto for a 3-game weekend set before heading to Tampa Bay for 3 more early next week. The Yankees will be moving on minus captain Derek Jeter, at least for another extended period. Jeter has another crack in his surgically repaired left ankle and will likely be sidelined until after the All-Star break in July. We keep it on the baseball diamond and shift our focus to the crosstown New York Mets, who must be happy to be coming home. The Mets battled some awfully cold temperatures in Colorado this week as the Rockies completed a sweep of the Mets, who are now 7-7. Rockies posted an 11-3 win Thursday. The Mets return to Citi Field this weekend for a big National League East matchup with rival Washington, starting tonight with a marquee showdown on the Hill. The Mets will send second-year ace Matt Harvey to the mound to oppose Steven Strasburg. Harvey is 3-0 on the season and has been one of the top stories in Major League Baseball in the month of April. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. The NFL world said goodbye to a legend this week. Pat Summerall, the former New York Giant kicker turned legendary play-by-play man, passed away Tuesday at 82. He is best known for teaming with former coach John Madden. The former Giant great, who played his home games at Yankee Stadium, worked more than 10 Super Bowls and became the voice of the NFL. The Yankees remembered Summerall on Tuesday night with a small video tribute. He will be missed. The New York Giants and Jets schedules were released on Thursday. The G-men have another loaded schedule, 5 primetime games, the third ever meeting between brothers Eli and Peyton, and 2 December showdowns against NFC East champion Washington highlight a rigorous regular season slate. The Giants kickstart the slate with a Sunday night matchup against the Dallas Cowboys in the Lone Star State, circled September 8th on your calendars. The Jets will open the season at home, marking the fourth consecutive year that the club will do so. Gang Green will host Tampa Bay earlier in the day on September 8th, with that game set for 1 p.m. Some believe the Jets may still move Darrelle Revis to Tampa in next week's NFL Draft, which is now a little over 6 days away. Radio City, Thursday night. The NBA regular season wrapped up this week, and the Knicks and the Nets are flying high. Brooklyn will open Saturday night at the Barclays, welcoming Chicago, while the Knicks will open Saturday afternoon against the Celtics at MSG. Carmelo Anthony capped the season as the NBA scoring champ, locking up the title in the season finale Wednesday. Another win for New York. Coach Mike Woodson said fellow All-Star Amari Stoudemire, who has been working his way back from injury, will likely miss the first-round series. New York released Kurt Thomas, but has signed veterans Quentin Richardson and Earl Barron, 2 former Knicks, for the postseason run. On the ice, the New York Rangers dominated Florida Thursday night at the Garden, skating to a 6-1 win as they continue to fight for the final playoff spot, the 8th seed. 5 games left in the regular season for the Blue Shirts, starting tonight in Buffalo. The Rangers will also face the New Jersey Devils twice in the next week, both of which could loom large in determining who gets in and who doesn't. And according to reports, Los Angeles Lakers assistant Eddie Jordan will sign a deal today to become the new head coach of Rutgers. ESPN is reporting a 5-year deal for Jordan. Meanwhile, the university has reached a settlement with their former disgraced head coach, Mike Rice. They have agreed to pay the fired Rice $475,000 for the remaining 2 years of his contract, university officials said Thursday night. On a side note, going back to Jordan, the Lakers assistant will finish up his stint with the team in the postseason as the Lakers clinch the final playoff spot in the West, something I predicted earlier this year, even after all of the struggles. However, the Lakers will have to go on a run without Kobe Bryant, who tore his left Achilles during the stretch run. No Mamba for the Lakers. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for some perspective on the latest from Boston and how we can keep the message that we won't back down alive day after day. The sports world once again took center stage this week as the perfect place for those grieving following the tragedy that unfolded during Monday's Boston Marathon. The number of touching tributes was at an all-time high and truly a sight to see. From Yankee Stadium to the TD Garden in Boston and even on the West Coast, the thoughts and prayers of all centered around those who lost their lives and those who remain in critical condition. Folks, this is the way it should be all the time. The national anthem should be something we belt out. Not because of tragedy, but rather because you should be proud to be an American every day. This is the best place in the universe, so keep that in mind months or years from now when you're at a game and perhaps tragic events like this or even 9/11 may have faded from view. Don't hesitate to thank first responders, military, police, firemen, and realize that what we have is so valuable that all those afar who are jealous are trying to ruin it. Unity, like what we saw during Wednesday night's national anthem in Boston, is the only solution. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Back with Open after this.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I remember how much you said you liked mine. Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
For you. Hey, Mom.
You know, girls, I used to cheer back in my day. Ready? Okay! Go team!
That was amazing. 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 Mom. That was amazing.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Welcome back to Open. We are popping and locking, people. All right, the 5 Borough Story Project is a project aiming to bring together New Yorkers from all 5 boroughs through the strength of good old-fashioned storytelling. We welcome collaborators Bridget Bartolini, Michelle Carlo, and performer A Lyrics to the show. Hello and welcome, ladies.
Hello,
Rena. Hey, welcome back, I should say, because this project started a while ago, and it's really nice to see that you actually got it up and running into all of the boroughs.
Thank you. Yes.
So Bridget, you want to start because you're the founder of the whole thing.
I'm founding this organization, the 5 Borough Story Project, to produce events that showcase stories inspired by the neighborhoods of New York City. And I'm doing this to strengthen community connections and preserve local history and celebrate the diversity of neighborhoods that are in the city, and also to get New Yorkers more invested in our neighborhoods. And so I've been working on it for a while, and I wasn't sure about how I should launch it, but luckily Michelle Carlo approached me with an idea.
Yes, a while back I was having breakfast with a friend of mine named Heather Quinlan, who has a documentary about the New York accent called If These Knishes Could Talk.
Right.
And it's premiering at the Art of Brooklyn Film Festival in a couple of weeks, next month.
As part of the 5 Borough Story.
As part of our story, yes. It's going to get there. But
Right.
But Heather and I are having breakfast, and she's talking about how this film, it's a great film. It's about the origins and the evolution and the disappearance of the New York accent, and she has Penny Marshall in it. She's got Pete Hamill. Penny Marshall's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Pete Hamill in it. She's got everyone from a guy who says that he taught Martin Scorsese everything he knows to someone who does ASL, American Sign Language, with a New York accent. And she was saying she didn't know what she was, she just had found out. And I used to do a storytelling show called It Came From New York, which featured all native New Yorkers telling their stories in every single borough. Because in my mind, the bridges and tunnels of New York are not methods of escape, okay? They're connectors of culture. Manhattan is not just where it's at. And I was doing It Came From New York for several years, but I gave it up to write Fish Out of Agua because it got to be too much. So I got the idea of taking a mini version of It Came From New York to promote her film. And then I got into a festival in LA, and I couldn't do all the production by myself. And I'm like, who do I know that knows everything about producing? Bridget! Because we had worked together on Bronx Stories, we worked together on iHeart BXBK. A Lyric I met because we were at an event together at Circle 95.
Right,
The 3 of us collaborated together.
The one thing about all 3 of you is that I've actually promoted all of you here,
Yes.
like we've showcased you
Yes.
here on the show for different reasons, right? But you all had some association with the Bronx Museum. And where did the title "I'm Talking Here" come from?
That was what we were going to call the launch event for the 5 Borough Story Project. So the 5 Borough Story Project is Bridget's umbrella organization, but I'm Talking Here, Storytelling with the New York Accent, is the launch event for the 5 Borough Story Project. And it's a combination of It Came From New York storytelling, musicians from each borough, and a screening of If These Knishes Could Talk.
Okay, and so you have an event going on next week, right?
Yes.
At Columbia, and then you have the one that's happening here at the Bronx.
At the Bronx on
Music
Wednesday, May
Heritage
1st. We
Center.
cannot
Okay,
wait.
so what's the date of the one in the Bronx?
We're going to be in the Bronx on May 1st. It's actually, I'm Talking Here, Storytelling with a New York Accent, is a 5-part event. So we have one event in each borough.
Yes, we've already been in Queens. We were in Staten Island earlier this week. Next week we're in Manhattan at Columbia, but then the Bronx. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the website?
It's www.5boroughstoryproject.org.
And you can find us on Facebook. All you have to do is type in "I'm Talking Here," TAWKIN. I'm Talking Here, and everything will come up.
Thank you, ladies. I'm sorry we ran out of time. All right, but that's all good, right? A Lyric, we're going to have you perform later. All right, so for more on the 5 Borough Story